Appreciate your time, Frank. This gentleman has done wonders for sim racing, the real world racers that come into sim racing or go back and forth. Frank's responsible to get some guys out on track. So without further ado, Mr. Frank Swartz, Grass Paddock Motorsports, tell us what you do.
What do we call this thing? The Raycing Line. I'm all out of sync. We got more people to deal with this week than what I'm used to. So thanks to my co-host, Jason, for joining us. Adam's back this week. And as you can see, we got a fourth sitting here. Megan Oversheet is already joining us to help us do some reviews and stuff. So thank you, Megan.
Let's go, Megan.
And help us. Good evening, Greg.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, we're just getting ready to review the spec racers, and since we had an announcer in the waiting room, we thought we'd go ahead and bring you in.
Well, thank you very much.
There he is.
Hey, we got him.
Hey, Jason, we got you this time.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
We won't talk about the other time.
Our special guest for the evening, Mr. Dave Ogburn, and for Dave to introduce you to these two knuckleheads, you got.
Great to see you, Thor. Welcome to the fourth chair and the podcast this week.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It feels surreal, like finally being able to talk to you guys. You know, I've been in this league for like 2-3 years, and finally face to face.
Yes, our fourth guest.
Jeff.
I'm on the spot now, Jeff. Oh. So, welcome, Mr. Jeff Jacobson. Again. Great to have you here. Thanks for taking some time out to join us. We get to some fun part. That's why you're here, Jerry. This is our guest segment after the reviews. So thanks for sitting through with us. And
that was fun.
And
thanks.
Yeah, it's some good racing. So, well, first of all, we gotta say thank you to Trenton for taking time to come join us. He's one of the hardest working guys I know, and you can look there in the shop behind him and get an idea of what he does. So, as everybody sees, we've got Darren Ganji, and if you didn't know already, he is Mr. Sim Motion, where you can get all your sim rigs and equipment and everything. He's also the sponsor of that league we were just talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Sean Ambrose, we go back forever, back to the very early beginning days of the Weekend Warriors, when it was broadcasted on another broadcast, GSRC, I don't mind saying it. Very good to us. And Sean was one of the producers, announcers, always great to talk with.
So, Mr. Edgar Sancinelli, Weekend Warrior, Frito Sport Racing. I don't know what all you do, but great to have you join us tonight, Edgar.
Yes.
I'm not saying shit. Oh, see, I literally... Whatever, I give up.
There you go.
I know you've had a mute for me. So.
Oh, for sure, yeah. When you it's for the views when Adam and you are there. I mean, it's jeez.
Oh yeah.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Racing Line. We are back, guys. After what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something. We've been gone for a while, so we may be a little rusty.
Too long.
I'm
Stevie,
on my
too
laptop.
long.
Yeah, it's been too long. I'm on my laptop, and I know my video has been cutting in and out. If you've seen my gaming computer is all in pieces right over there. So I'm just trying to muddle through this tonight. So apologies if my video gets a little muddled, but we'll get through it. And you can see we've got a fourth with us. Mr. Yuanxi Lin has graciously donated his time to join us tonight. So great to see you, Yuanxi. Enjoy that fourth seat.
Yeah, thank you for having me to take on the Racing Line.
We're going to have a good one, a lot of good fun tonight. Going to go over some races from this past weekend. A lot of things have happened in the last few weeks, a bunch of updates. And one of them was that intro you just saw that Adam has put together for us. Some highlights of most of the people we've had so far. That was some good memories there. Thanks for doing that, Adam. That was Patrick.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait, Jason. Did I just?
Ah, look at that!
Let's go!
Oh, look
You
at
guys,
that.
Finally,
you have a Ray Esports except
finally.
the guy. I'm rocking my hoodie tonight. It's a little cold in the man cave. It's been in the 20s and low 30s here in Texas, and this room was an outdoor patio that the previous owners enclosed, so it doesn't have the best insulation and one-hole walls, windows, and it's a little chilly in the man cave. So I've been rocking the hoodie today. So
We've already got a bunch of questions coming in. Sorry, I gotta get the mic level right. 1 second, Jim. Hey, we haven't gotten even to the freaking videos yet, Jim. Will you let us get to the videos before we start interviewing the guest? Holy cow!
Well, he's getting on to me for not. He's getting on to me for not racing in the rain at Snetterton, and I didn't have a gaming computer. I couldn't. But hopefully this week, I just got the last part again today, so hopefully it'll be back together and running this weekend, and I can get back on track. I'm missing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
You guys are gonna have to do all the graphics, man. I'm afraid mine would just stutter and pop and do all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh yeah, we got this. All right, Jason. Well, FVs, buddy.
Yeah, and at New Hampshire with look at that.
Oh, who's that? Oh, look at that paint job.
I think it's paint. Both of these first two races, I've got some new, brand new, incredible liveries done by somebody on this broadcast with us.
Yeah, I don't know. Who made those,
but yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
very first Formula V race in the rain,
and we made it through.
And you did it. You guys done good.
We made it cleanly through. Turns 1, 2, 3, 4.
I also want to add, they finally had a rolling start after probably like 15 years onto this track.
Yeah. Your persistence in spamming them every single season, finally paid off.
Yep. There's a Thor taking the. It's about to say there's a Thor taking the epic gamer line.
Oh yeah. That's not the first time it's not the first time he's gonna do it either. Oh, save it, Thor!
Trouble.
Wow.
He's now dropped down to 9th, so
yep, just got on the white line a little bit. This was
that was scary. That was scary. We had a battle. Me and Mark. Mark, by the way, if you ever watch this podcast, I had so much fun racing you, man.
No, he's messaged us a couple times on the side. He's really enjoying it too. So it's great to see Mark.
I mean, this was the whole race. It was me and Mark.
He's gonna be able to get the inside here.
He was running, I believe, in 8th at the moment. Behind.
This turn was so treacherous.
Around him. Oh, you can see. Oh, running wide.
Just all of the understeer on the exit.
Yeah.
Don't want to hit the wall.
She is in the hunt for a championship, but Andrew.
Hey, Michelle.
Go, Michelle.
It's turn number 1. Who's going to be the one to prevail? It looks like it's going to be Andrew.
Battle for the Spec 2 lead.
Probably he doesn't need to get involved
Send
in this
it.
fight, but Josh, you've driven with him.
By taking this line.
Oh. Neither does Michelle Lin, though, trying to get a move done on Andrew.
That's some good racing in the rain.
We've got JP2 is pictured in that chat right there, or in the picture. Jason at the end of the race goes, "Wait, you can take that line through there?" I was like, "Yeah, everyone was doing it." He goes, "Can we redo the race?"
Inside of Jason here into T1.
Now you gotta be a little bit creative,
Oh, Jason!
That's the line, man.
In it around the outside, yeah.
There's a lapped car in between Tulo and Coliseo, though, so that may play another role.
Jason Grider, you missed everything. Welcome in, but I hate you for not tuning in immediately when it started.
Side-by-side racing into
Oh.
Tulo wheeling it on the inside. Green holding his own on the outside line through 4 and 5. Who's going to win out on this fight?
You guys had a good battle.
Yep, I made a mistake right there. I thought he was leaving room on the right, and he wasn't, and I had to lift out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a line.
Apologies, by the way, for the overlay up there. We had a new driver join right when it started, and Josh just didn't have time to put him into the override.
That was not a slowdown penalty?
Nope.
No, that's the line, Yuanxi. That's the line.
Oh, man.
You can run it right to the tire barrier. No slowdown, no off track.
Well, I didn't figure that part out. Oh man, I really need to rework on this.
No, they already ruined Lebanon.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay.
Will he be able to get a move done? The real question is,
Ooh.
will he be able to even remain in second if he goes for a failed move? He may find
The last
himself
lap.
completely out of a podium spot. He can see
Oh, I almost understeered the wall there.
Trying to carry a boatload of speed through turn number 10.
Yeah, there's not much you can do now, is there?
He makes a mistake there.
Oh!
Yeah, got a little grass.
And I'm like, come on, car. Come on, car.
If you only had 5 horsepower instead of 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost. But yeah.
Yeah. Good
Great
finish.
recovery by Thor. I had a Tor. Yep. I had a 3-second lead at one point, and he found some more pace and chased me down. So yeah, he was just faster.
Well, you should be glad he didn't summon his thunders.
Uh-oh, what do we got?
Oh, here we go.
One of the best
Just watch Dan Stasinski here, please.
Jump scare incoming.
He's going for it. Let's see.
And Dan.
So good.
Oh man, you should just time it. Like you two just climb mid-air.
Yeah. Well, I had no idea he was. I remembered him trying to do that in the Friday night session, but I'd forgotten for the race. He caught me completely by surprise.
Yeah, you both kind of just.
Speaking of New Hampshire, it was also a thing that, at least with the old track, with the trophy truck, if you floor it out of the over turn 2, you can just drive, fly above that wall in the middle.
And
you
also,
can just drive over it.
I apologize. I got the Stasinski brothers mixed up. That was Brian Stasinski that came over the top, not Dan. So I'm so sorry, Brian. I'm so sorry for mixing you up with your brother. I know that is the biggest insult ever.
See, that's probably the first time he ever got blamed for what his brother did, too.
Yeah, exactly.
See, you say that, Adam, and I heard you say Brian, so I guess I just mixed them up in my head as well when you said that.
I know. All right, anyways, here we go. Here's the results.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
Quickly, we have been saying this wrong for 6 months on Slow Motion Broadcasting. I'm pretty sure Apex said it wrong for about 2.5 years. It's Tor Tulo, not Thor Tulo. So, Tor, I apologize for messing it up for the last 6 months, and I apologize to everybody in the Weekend Warriors for messing it up for the last 3 years. So, if anybody...
I mean, he was on the podcast, and he didn't correct us.
Yeah,
so...
I know. But he's named
probably
after,
too used to it.
He's named after his uncle, I believe. So, yeah. So, Tor, I apologize, buddy. But, yeah, Tor, obviously, great win. Jason, you got to do better, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You got beat by the better driver. That's all I'm going to say, Jason.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there. He chased me down. And, yeah, he just found pace, towards the end of the race. So, yeah. All credit to him.
I do want to say something about that guy in 5th place. Jorgmani, everything that guy gets in, any vehicle he gets in, he's fast. It's just crazy to me. So, Jorg, congrats on the Masters win. Andrew Love, man, congratulations on the Spec 2 win, dude. That's awesome. Michelle got close.
Right,
not close enough, Michelle. I know you're listening right now. Be better.
Well, I mean, that's 2 races in a row. Is that 2 races in a row, Noan?
Yeah.
Or what was the last race before this?
Lime Raw. Let's not talk about the last race, please.
Never mind.
Never mind.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I'm telling you what, because we didn't podcast, we can talk about it when everybody can see us, actually. But I want to talk about Lime Rock with you, Jason, because that's the first time that there were some tempers flew, I think, a little bit between you and I. But all right,
a little bit.
On to the FFs.
But ready to get things up and rolling.
And more rain.
Yay!
Rain
which is
the word for the weekend.
Yep. Actually,
look at that.
This was a little more difficult.
Looks like it was a heavier rain.
A little bit, yeah.
The
broadcast barely covers it.
Look at that 3 wide in the background through turn 1.
Involving Tufts and Wilkie for P7, and look at Boris Estman, the leader in the Spec 2 category, getting involved in that, but he's now got a challenge on his hands with Soren Garrett's.
But like the V's, we all made it.
Yes.
Somehow. I have no idea. I thought we were all dead into turn 2.
Coming underneath the bridge there, just a bunch of oh my gosh, I can hear myself being sick on the broadcast. That's not good.
Stack up there. That looks like that was Jeff.
Oh no, the voice crack and everything.
We might have a shake up.
Yeah, you were a little froggy throat.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That was Wilkie.
Thanks for hanging in there, though, Adam.
Stevie, the end of the SRF broadcast, I was,
just a little too close from Daniel there.
There goes Joshua.
Both having very similar moments of their own fruition. Looking at Reese and
then same corner. This corner is so difficult. There's a huge puddle on the inside of on the apex curb, and you either understeered off the track wide, or if you turned it too much, you would oversteer and spin, like Antonio did. So
yeah, there was nothing we can do. But I do want to talk about that corner. That what looked like to be the toughest corner on the track, because if you got it wrong and you understeered into the first corner, the second spot you were going straight off every time.
Yep. There's Antonio just catching the white line on the inside of the track.
Shout out to Antonio.
Painted lines.
Yeah. Antonio, you made some pretty badass paints for yourself, and Jorg, man, those look really cool.
3 wide hang down into turn number 4.
Oh no!
And big contact being made. Tufts and Tulo both going off the track. Looked like they got
the braking there. Braking there was so difficult.
Hitting the gearbox of Thor Tulo, and they both go off the circuit, losing out on the position to Jorg Mani. Now 126.3. So Garrett's certainly feeling confident in his chances as we see some
the battle continues.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Monty, this is what I'm talking about right here, is it?
Getting that move
Mm-hmm.
well
yeah, that's Monty.
Yeah, but that's not the spot.
Oh yeah, I might have. Yeah, all 3 of them had issues in that corner. I don't think I included all of the spins there because
it wasn't even a spin really, man. It was just they'd shoot straight off the track.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, Tulo has not had.
Yep, there goes Daniel.
This was so close.
Oh, I'm so glad I got that replay, man. Oh.
Yep.
Come back. Oh no!
Hold on.
Here's Ian doing a Max impression.
Oh yeah!
Unbelievable! Unbelievable, Ian! Unbelievable!
One pulls off a nice 360 though. Look, I'll lose out on a boat.
Comes back on the track. Still a 7-second lead. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian is really good in these cars. I think he's also having some good finishes in the British Formula 4 Championship, like the eSport one.
Oh,
yeah, that one really has a competitive field.
Was dangerous. That was scary. I cannot believe Daniel stuck that.
And watch this.
Yep.
Oh, is that full lock?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, this is locked to the bomb hole.
On the broadcast, Ron goes, he put a little bit of opposite at lock. I was like, a little bit.
That was full opposite. Yeah.
This battle was also
Should have
incredible.
done good being an alligator out there.
Yep.
our perspective in the commentary booth as the gas is sideways.
Trent set him up.
Yeah,
The first couple of corners in that section. But there is no grip where Trent is right now.
I don't know how, I mentioned this in the broadcast, how these drivers did this for 2 laps was insane. That was amazing by those two.
What are they doing, my
I keep telling you, man, I'll put the Weekend Warriors up against any leagues out there.
Still fighting.
Our guys.
Still, yeah, he's still fighting.
Goes a little deep.
You might want to actually go a little bit deep there.
Yeah.
Contact through turn number 3. Meanwhile, at the north end of the field, Ian Joyner crosses the start-finish line well in front
Oh
of
my
Kevin
God,
Hayes.
Andrew Love again.
Another victory this season. So Turkmani going
Yep,
to win
Ian.
the Masters category in the 925.
Yeah, 19.2 second victory.
Is that a second place finish for Kevin Adrian?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
so
gotten
good in the rain.
Yeah, and he's gotten way better at the Formula Fords as well, but especially in the rain.
Michael McConnell is good in
Hang
the
on.
rain as well.
Jason, I see something there that we haven't mentioned yet. Is that another new paint you have?
That is another new incredible paint. Yeah, that looks again incredible in the rain with the chrome.
I'm pretty sure whoever made his paint, he'll make more. There might be a bit of a charge, but I think that guy can make some more paints.
I think I saw a special paint for an LMP2 car.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Well, it's GTP, Stevie. Come on.
GP. Well,
A little Ferrari 499P could be featured in
yeah, GTP car.
could be featured in an upcoming stream, possibly in a couple
It
weeks.
will be.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to mention here the only difference is that Spec 1 right now. If you look at the Masters and the S2, that looks pretty similar to the Formula Vs, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially with a certain tour now running with us, and actually all 3 leagues.
Yeah.
So I think he ran a couple of races with us in the Formula Fords last season, and I was kind of surprised because he was a little off the pace.
His pace wasn't quite there last season, but
he is on it this season.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
I can't
he's
keep
got
up
his
with him,
feet
so.
under him now.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
But
Michelle
shout
just
outs
asked.
to,
Michelle just asked in the chat, "Will I be making a new paint in the SRFs for JG2?" I don't know.
Uh-oh.
JG2 said that was a custom paint, so
Put you on the spot.
I said I was open to it,
oh, okay. All right.
but I don't want. I know you're busy, man. I don't want to overwork you.
All right. Anyways, hey, congrats to Ian. Spec 1 win there. Tor,
And
you could
Kevin
have taken
as well.
that one too, and you could have made this look exactly like the FVs. Jorg again, winning in the Masters, 3rd place overall. Andrew Love again, man. I mean, just crazy. Congrats, Andrew. Congrats. Okay, on to the SRFs, and on to the SRFs, Jason.
Yep. This race was got a little spicy.
A little.
It's not raining, but
It should have been.
the gravel made
there
it
was a
like a rain.
sandstorm, let's say.
It made it like rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was a sandstorm.
Ruined.
There was
Yeah.
a sandstorm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jim says it's a different car now since the update.
Yeah, it is. It feels so good. I mean, Jason, when I ran with you guys, I'm oh my God, I can drive the car.
Yep. It actually
I
turns now.
think what is it? It was Hugh.
Oh,
Who's that?
Trouble.
I probably
man.
thought that
Hang
like
on,
we are
Yuanxi.
still studying on the green light or something.
Yeah, before
just
we
didn't
move
go.
on, we're in the middle of a transition right now, so I'm gonna back this up just a second because we have you in here, Yuanxi.
Yeah. You want to look at me looping the car around again?
Yeah, what happened here?
Oh man, I didn't prepare much for the race, let's say, and
Yeah.
I think my setup was a little bit too tail happy on cold tires. And
Was
I
there
just looped it
contact
around.
there or no?
No, there was no
Okay.
contact.
Oh, Yuanxi Lin's around.
Yuanxi Lin going for an off-track excursion.
No.
There's no good rejoins in a pack like this. There's only the least terrible.
Yep, there goes. I think that was Antonio.
Antonio.
No,
Yep.
that was
it
Jorg.
was Monty. Yeah.
Oh, that was your.
Yep. Spraying the gravel right back on the track. Watch all the cars going off here.
It's bad, Stevie. Wait,
Yeah.
till you can
It-
see the gravel here now. It's
So-
crazy.
It's a sandstorm.
Yep. And unfortunately, the way the session was set up, all of the gravel from practice, all the gravel from quali was there already at the start of the race. So, so yeah, everybody, of course, cold tires. We understeer off the track into the gravel. We would bring more gravel onto the track. So Stavolo, by the end of the race, was pretty much almost impossible to take flat. Yeah, just.
There goes Josh again.
Yep.
Yeah, he did not have a good weekend.
Nope. Yeah, especially, yeah, I guess in both of the races, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
That was crazy, by the way. Antonio just looped it.
Yep.
Great rejoin, Antonio, by the way. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, he had the patience.
Look at this. We had 46 cars, I think, for this race.
On a paid track, by the way. 46 cars on a track you have to pay for.
Jim, careful, Jim.
I mean, Spa, this is a track, honestly, that has better participation than some free tracks.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to pause it right here and just say the cojones on Jim Brewster. Jim, I know you're watching this right now.
Yeah.
To take it too wide through a Rouge? My God.
And both him and Josh Arnold. I don't think Jim had much of a choice in that one. Almost runs over Adam there. 4 wide is fine.
Uh-oh.
It's nuts back here, Stevie.
Man.
Look at this.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh, little contact. Well freaking done.
Unbelievable.
Well
Just
done.
another day with the Weekend Warriors, right?
Everybody in that pack, incredible job.
And Josh need to update his car number.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do
Pinball.
need to. Oh, that's a custom number
Yep,
paint.
that was
too.
a little pinball.
Some tears after this race today because it's just not over. Look at this. That was not
Yep.
York money. I almost
Around the outside, it's fine.
That was
Good move.
Yuanxi Lin going for a move around the outside of Chris and into Puan. That was, hey, great move by the way, Yuanxi there. That was very, very well done.
He had to make his way back one way or another.
Well, he did, and then this happens.
Yep.
Oh.
Not the best rejoin.
Yeah, well, at least it was lucky that it was not a big pile up because.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he rejoined okay, but with all the gravel on his tires, when he went around the corner, he spun it again.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He's got to be closing up that gap. Maybe give him a little bit of a bump.
Here we go. Yeah.
Look at Green. Look at Pleva.
Jason, by the way, did you lift on purpose going
No.
through Radeon?
No, through so I was in the lead going the lap before, going to the white flag, and then through Stavolo, the car understeered.
Yeah.
So I almost went off the track and spun. So I had to lift, so that's how I got back into third again. And then right here, you can't see it, but I almost spin again.
Oh, that's where
right
you
there.
lost all the momentum.
Yep.
So you have a car that will spin late in the race.
Well, it's the gravel. Like the gravel was so bad there that there was no
my car wasn't really affected by the gravel, although I had some other issues. Let's say.
So then,
all right.
Little elbows out there.
I include a replay.
Okay, I was going to say, because what we all thought happened was not what happened when we watched the replay. This actually happened, which was naughty.
It's
Pleva sending Samoa's off to spin.
That was naughty.
Jason Green nearly getting spun by Haycox.
So Jason's showing his displeasure. Let's say.
He tried to.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he ran into my right rear tire, it downshifted me to first.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Like he's going to take the win of Spec 2, I believe. I don't know what was just going on back there with Daniel Wood coming home in 12th. I'm sorry, coming home in 15th, and Dan Witzak coming home 16th. It appears as if Pleva and Green.
Yeah, so
Pleva just ends up.
Pleva got hit.
Yep, Hugh hit Alish off center, which punted him into me.
They got really ugly.
Killed my momentum. and Alice and Felix just took different lines there. And then, if you have a car on the inside there, you always need to leave a little more room.
I don't necessarily think that's taking different lines. Like if you want to really send it on outside, you have to like straighten the car. Otherwise, it's just going to go straight into the whatever you call it, runoffs area.
Here we go.
Yep.
Boom.
Andre and Alan giving us a little comedic relief from the drama.
Yeah, we were. By the end of that broadcast, I'm thinking I saw 4 cars up front, and I am dying at this point. Like, I'm still super sick, and I'm like, God, just please let it be over. And then you guys did that through the bus stop, and I was like, oh, man, this just turned into another 15. It turned into a broadcast that goes 15 minutes longer at this point.
Yep.
But Alish, congrats. I know there was some stuff that went on there, but still took the win. Jorg?
Yeah, I mean, even though there was contact, Alish it's a well-deserved win from him. He drove great. He drove smart throughout the race, and it's just I don't know. In my opinion, it's just a racing incident. They he might have not taken the correct line into the bus stop. But for the second apex of the bus stop, there's really not much more he could have done there to avoid.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little bit on him going into the bus stop, but on the exit, I think that was a little more on Felix. He did technically leave enough room, but when the car on your left is that narrow, it probably is a better idea to leave a little more room because they're going to end up going a little wide there. So. It's just a classic spot finish. I think it's always going to get dicey there.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes away anything from Alish's win there.
No.
He drove, fantastic. So congrats, Alish.
You still came home P3. I mean, all those drivers that were fighting up there were still 1 through 4. So nothing got super duper out of place there. I mean, that was the fight the whole time. So congrats to you guys for keeping it clean. For as long as you did. Last lap stuff kind of turned it into a bit of a cluster. But Jorg, congrats on your again. That's 3 in a row, bro. Jorg, all 3 races with the Masters win. Salmon, first win there.
No, I don't think Salmon did win. Look up there at Jacob Kasich.
Is he Spec 2?
He
is Spec 2.
Oh no, he is. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to change that. All right. So Kachin.
I just he is okay. Now that I think about it, his I rating is low enough for he's just so I just assumed because he's so freaking quick.
He has been I think he's new this season.
Yep. He is.
He has finished top 5 both races by far.
Well, that's very annoying to me because Ron has been trying to interview him for the past 2 weeks because his SDK profile picture is something else. So now that we know he's Spec 2, Jacob, if you ever listen to this podcast, next weekend, well, I won't be there next weekend. Joshua's going to be producing. But if you win, make sure to hop into that interview waiting booth because Ron Mons really wants to have a chat with you. But all right, guys.
Yeah, huge shout out to Jacob.
Yeah,
because he's been really, really quick.
Absolutely.
Also, I want to shout out Felix. Even though last lap took him down, but he was by far the fastest car in that 4-car pack. He was pretty much dragging us along. If he was on his own, he would have left us in the dust.
Yep.
So we only stayed with him because of the draft. So great drive, Felix.
All right, so we're coming back to the podcast side here, guys. So Yuanxi, quit picking your nose, man. All right,
he's got some points to throw up for the season.
All right, so we got some points here, don't we?
Yes, we do.
A little different graphic, but it's all three leagues.
I like it better, Stevie.
Okay. It was my AI that generated it, man.
Oh, well, congrats to the AI.
So we got our points. When I looked at it the other day, I thought I saw Alish and I tied for the SRFs. But yeah, super close.
1 point. Yeah.
Yep. And then Felix hanging back there a little bit, but I don't expect him to hang that far back. He's just gotten a little unlucky, but he's been either the fastest car or top 3 on all the races so far.
Yeah.
And he is an actual alien, like a certain person in the 4th seat we have this week. But yeah, then Wickcheck I think he's new for this season.
Yeah, he is new.
Yep.
And then Joachim Asbeck as well, and then Paolo had did he win Spec 2 last season? Or no, that was Josh. Maybe he got P2 overall.
Second, maybe, or something.
Yep. And then we've got Monty and Chris leading the Masters, followed by Brad.
The
take the Formula Fords TV.
Yeah, Formula Fords. Ian Joyner, he checked out there in the rain. He's kind of dominating already, about a 30-point lead. Kevin Adrian pulled up there in the wet, closed it in just a little bit, and Tor coming over to the Formula Fords, not that far behind. So look out. Jeff moving back down to Spec 2, and he's leading the points with Boris coming on and Jeff Webker, a new guy this season as well. Both of those guys. So great job.
Jeff showed up last season with some promise, Stevie, right at the end.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, you're right. Right towards the end of the season. And then Masters, man, look at that. Jorg is just stepped out.
Jorg,
already.
Slow the hell down, man. Give all the other old guys a chance.
Well, we could do something like SRG does, Sim Racing Group.
Put him in alien class.
Alien class, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, Jorg's out there by himself. Antonio, then myself said I wasn't able to make the last round. And
that's a good point. Monty actually is in the overall lead as well because Ian had that 4 race at Brands Hatch.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that. He's got more points in the Spec 1 class. So Monty is overall. And then the V's bringing in the Masters this season as well. You got Tor leading the pack there. He's kind of checked out there. Jason and Nate coming on. That's a close fight.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. And a side note, Tor is actually also P4 in the points for the SRF S1. So
wow.
So yeah. Let's go Tor.
Tor's he's going to be on podium in all 3 leagues. You watch.
Mm-hmm.
Spec 2, Andrew Love kicking butt. Daniel Salmon and Michelle Lin. Michelle's coming on. Yeah. 4 points there. I think Michelle's going to take the silver.
Just needs to keep avoiding anvils.
Well, stop. If we keep mentioning it, they're going to fall on her again. She's been doing fine. Actually,
somebody put up a graphic of her car covered in anvils.
Yeah, who was that did that?
That was incredible.
That was amazing. But she's honestly, since we've started talking about the anvils openly, because anvils, if we aren't scared of anvils, the anvils, I think, stay away. Now that we've openly talked about anvils to Michelle, they haven't.
Bring it out in the open. They're gone.
Exactly, they're gone. They're like ghosts. You're not scared of them when you talk about them.
And we included an anvil graphic on the broadcast as well.
Yeah, that was good.
Starting.
Oh yeah,
cool.
I made a little bit of fun of that one for sure because it was great because Stevie, as you know, the graphic rotates on the top right. So as we cut to Michelle, she's flipping at Lime Rock and the anvil is sitting up there in the top right. It was perfect.
Yeah. And then finish it off there with Jorg again on top of the Masters, checked out. Jim Brewster hanging tough though, and Tor's dad Nick on the podium. So look out.
Yeah. Nick had I think it was at Lime Rock. He had an incredible race. He went from something like 20th to like 6th or something, or maybe the high teens to 6th. So that was his best race so far. So let's go, Nick.
They had some really big grids this season in the V's. It's great, and I'm glad that we brought in the Masters because there's definitely enough cars on track to do that.
Yeah. So even for New Hampshire, which is a historically less popular track, and in the rain, we still had 30 people. So that was absolutely incredible.
Great job to Michelle and Jim Brewster on that.
Yep.
All right. let's kick that out of here.
Yeah, let's bring in the important guy, huh?
Get rid of that graph. Yeah. Get rid of that graph.
Get rid of it, Jason. Hurry up, Jason.
Stand by.
There you go. Man.
I forgot I was controlling
it. Get some training on that trigger finger.
I was like, why are you talking to me, Stevie?
All right. So, as our normal way to do things after we review and have a little fun with the replays, we get to our guest segment. And again, Yuanxi Lin joining us. And first thing I like to ask you and all of our guests is, how did you get started in sim racing, Yuanxi? Where did that start at?
Where did I start? Oh man. I like since little I just always like to watch cars drive around the street, and I guess that eventually evolved to like watching them just drive around the track on TV. And I mean, for first like sim racing, I'll say I started on mobile games, like more arcadey style, back when I was middle school.
Yeah.
I mean, in China, but I think I'm probably the youngest guest here. Like, my childhood game will be like Need for Speed Shift Mobile.
Yeah.
Like,
how old are you, Yuanxi?
I am 23 at the moment.
Oh, get out! I think Tor got you beat on that one. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm getting old.
Yeah, get used to it, buddy. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, then it's like just looking online what kind of better games are there, you know, and then people are saying like that was like 2013, 2014, and back then it was still R Factor 1. There was Live for Speed, the original Assetto Corsa, and there was also iRacing, and then people say iRacing is the best. And I was like, all right, and I think my parents are already fed up with me playing too much mobile games. So, I never get to sim race when I was in China. Then my mother and I came to US in 2015, and then both of my parents kind of decided, all right, maybe we'll just get him a wheel so he will be happy. And that's
good parents.
That's how I started sim racing, and my first sim racing title was on Project Cars, actually.
Okay.
Because they had the best graphics back then, and I really like how their trailer looks. And I started iRacing summer 2017, and I've been doing since then. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't do any sim racing while you were in China, then? It was
I
after you
never
moved to
did
the
that.
US?
Yeah, but I still like occasionally. I don't know, especially when I was in high school, when I had more time, I'd get up really early on weekend mornings to do some like Chinese leagues.
Yeah.
But it's like because I'm more busy now. Also, like once you actually get better in it, you actually because when I connect to China, I have like about 300 millisecond ping. Like that actually matters when you start get better. It's like because people start to leave you less room, and you kind of need to like be really precise, and with that ping, it's just unraceable.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, I still gotta know what's going on there, and I still sometimes do all of their endurance races, stuff like that. But yeah, I'll say sim racing, it's really a global thing. I mean, although I also race a lot of US-based leagues, I think most of the people I kind of deal with are European-based, and it is also really funny that I think in Spec Racer 4 we actually have a bigger European.
Oh, it's
crowd.
huge.
Yeah, than where the car is originated from.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the last couple of seasons, we've had more people show up for the European straight to field race as opposed to the first race of the week on Mondays.
Yeah.
So that has been trending a little more European.
Yeah.
So you moved to the US in when 2017, is that right?
2015. It was
2015. Okay.
It was 10th of August 2015. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's the day after my birthday.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stevie doesn't like to like us to remind him of his birthday anymore. He's past that. He's past that age at this point.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain point, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So when did you join us with the Weekend Warriors then, Yuanxi?
it was the first week during COVID. It was
2020, something like that.
Yeah, it was the third week of 2020 season 2. I still remember that race. It was like because I mean, initially when I started iRacing, it's just like everyone else. You know, you just drive all the big exotic cars, and it's like, damn, man, that's so cool. And then I thought maybe slow racing would be fun. And I think I did some Mazda, and I couldn't figure it out. And there was like Spec Racer Ford. Man, that car was pretty tough to drive. I guess if I get good at it, I'll be better at driving in general. And then that's when I joined. That race was at Donington Park National, and I think that's when sim racing really blew up. You know, I think that race we had like, I don't know, probably close to 50 people.
Back then we were running 50 to 60, I think, all the time.
Yeah, and I remember I qualified like 31st, 32nd, something like that. I started behind Bob Kern. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And another memorable moment in that race was what is it? I think on the fast right-hander on lap 1, for some reason it's like 5 people in top 10 spawn there. And then it was chaotic. I think I was up like 10 positions at one point, and that was still the OG car. It likes to loop around, you know. I still had worse equipment back then. Also, I didn't have as much skill. I think I looped it around at least twice during that race. I had to pit to repair the car, and I think I finished a lap down in the end. And that's where I started. But,
Yuanxi,
that season was fun.
You can't see the rig that I'm on, but the rig that I'm on, I've had basically since I started iRacing, and we did in Cross Series League Racing, we do four races in each, or four races in each series, and our first season we did it in the SRF, and even on my Fanatic rig, I could not keep that thing from spinning. It's not just you, man. I promise you, it's not.
Oh man,
was that the Gen 2?
That was
or that after the update.
When was it?
2019.
2019. Yeah, that was the old car then.
Yeah, it was the old one. Yeah, it was miserable to drive.
Yeah, it was hard to drive.
Yeah.
For me, the old car was really thrilling to drive, you know, because I'm always not big on the steering input. And the old car was like, because a lot of people just complains about it. It's like you touch the steering wheel and the car just loops around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. They took it away.
Yeah. So then you went from the SRF Weekend Warriors, and we got you involved with the SCCA group some.
Yeah, that's another fun thing, you know, is because I think the first ever SRF league race I did was not SRF Weekend Warriors. I actually did that SCCA unofficial race you hosted. I think it was 1 week before that Donington Park race. It was at Summit Point. I think or a bunch of esports guys showed up. Some like real life drivers showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was also an exciting race. I think I did better in that race than in the Donington Park race. But oh man. But speaking of SCCA, this summer I did some autocross, and now I'm actually a member of SCCA now.
Awesome.
After doing so many years in the Stevie's unofficial SCCA, I'm finally a member. Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and then this season we kind of dropped that unofficial, and now it's kind of open to all the different clubs.
I'm 4 years too late.
Yeah.
So how is it, Yuanxi? Obviously, being a member in the SCCA, there's quite a few people that I've met here. I didn't really know what the SCCA was. I'm not that type of racing guy, I guess. I enjoy NASCAR and F1. So I'll be honest with you. But like, how is it being in the SCCA? You know, being a member of it, is it what you thought it would be? I mean, what?
I mean, it's like being a member of organization that doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
But it's like, for me, it's like I'm finally a member of this organization that I've heard for so long, and that's kind of cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
And especially being their member, I finally can get their member discount for the autocross. So
yeah, that's why you did it. That's why you did it.
but then I have to do even more autocross to like get that money back. It's like you get.
How many autocrosses did you do this summer?
I did 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah. What kind of car?
I did it with my daily driver, the one I drove to your workplace last time.
Oh my gosh!
yeah. So it's certainly a little bit long. It's a little bit heavy, and then they put me in the same class as Toyota GR86 and Super BRZ. I did the. My closest region is the Mohawk Hudson region. But I also did the Finger Lakes region. They host the nationals. But I went there. I think that autocross I did there was before the nationals, so a lot of guys came there to test their car at the site. But I pretty much figured out it's like I am like 4 to 5 seconds off on a 50-second course compared to those guys.
Yeah.
Is that because of the car though?
Yeah, I think probably half of the car, half the driver. It's like, a lot of people are really relaxed there. It's like they want to be competitive, but yet they, like, when they figure out they're probably not going to beat their time or they think their tire is done, they offer some ride-alongs. I got to sit in one of them. I think with the course being so tight, it's a little bit different than road racing because in road racing, it's all about smooth. Like you have to extract all the grip by being smooth in these long corners. It's like in autocross, the corners are so tight. It's like I sitting some of the fast guys' cars. They were really like just throwing around their steering wheel, and apparently that's really fast. So
back in the day when I autocrossed, when I was a teenager, and my dad crewed on a race car. My uncle drove a race car, and we knew several of the road racers. And they came to an autocross that we were at one time, and the race drivers didn't do so well autocrossing. But when you take an autocrosser and put them on the racetrack, they did well. So it's kind of the same thing with sim and real world. You can do well in the sim, and that transfer to the real world very well. But somebody that hasn't done sim, only race real world, come into the sim, they struggle.
Yeah, I mean, to a degree, it's also like a rally. Some rally drivers are really good at road racing, and not all of them, but it's also car the other way around. Yeah, car control.
Yeah. So, starting off with your humble beginnings in those first 2 league races, Yuanxi, you got a little better after that, and eventually, during the iRacing runoffs at VIR, you did pretty well.
Yeah. I would say that now, 2023 October, iRacing runoffs. That's the peak of my sim racing career.
the peak so far. I would say the peak so far. You went in,
didn't you?
Huh?
You won every class that you raced in.
I didn't win everyone, but I won Spec Racer 4. I came second in MX5, and then I won GD4.
Yep.
And I think I only did 3 that year. So yes.
Okay. What about this past year?
Well, it wasn't that good. I think I again did 3 races. I qualified on pole for Spec Racer 4, but I think there was a big power up early in the race. Then there was a 4-car separation, and that's kind of where I started to struggle. It's like with more cars in the lead, you can just create more chaos, and if you are the one creating chaos, then you kind of have a little bit control in it. So then it's like I know what kind of where I want to be, but with a 4-car pack that was with Morgan Burkhardt, with Cameron Hibbett and Beans Foster, they are all playing really smart. It's like plus Road America. I have a love-hate relationship with it because it creates some exciting races, but you never want to lead in that track.
Well, it's just like Spa.
I feel like Spa is a track you can still win by leading.
Yeah.
But Road America really isn't. Unless you have like a big pack behind you, you just like swerve around all over the place and then like just let them like go 3 wide behind you. Then you can win from the lead. I think I did that once in Weekend Warriors, but with a 4-car pack, it's a little bit tough. I finished third in the end. Mazda, I got wrecked on lap 2. It was what turn is it? It was turn 7. I think the outside car just didn't leave me any room. He just like spun me around on the entry, and that was the end of my race. And then in GT4, I mean, I'm not that good at GT4. I literally won the 2023 race by mostly luck. And then I think my setup didn't work too well. I think I actually had 2 less downforce. I mean, I was like just a lot faster than the others on a straight line, but then I lose too much speed in the corners, and I ended up finishing somewhere in the 10s or like. Yeah, I don't remember. That was a race to forget. But I'll definitely be doing it next year again.
You haven't had many races to forget, Yuanxi. I can tell you that. Watching you, broadcasting you for the past 6 months.
I was about to say because 2022 at VIR, that was that's also a trial and error. Like at least now I know what the race is like and what others are running. Maybe next year I'll figure out a better strat, better car, and see what I can do.
Yeah, so that guides us right into asking you what your plans are going forward. What are you looking to do? Where are you looking to go with it?
Oh, man, I honestly don't know because the plane that I'm running now, that's actually like an esport organization, let's say. That's,
it's so sick though.
Yeah, well, thanks.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but they officially already closed doors in 2022. But then it's like the slow car folks kind of stayed behind, and we still kind of kept it running. But why I mentioned it is I kind of try to get better in those mainstream cars, like those GTs, like prototypes. But it's like I don't know, those cars you really just have to baby it the entire time to go fast. I think it kind of gets boring after a while. Also, it's too big, and there's like too much power in it. You make a slight mistake mid corner for me. You just end up running someone else off. Like, that's not kind of the racing I'm looking for, and not kind of the car I like have total confidence to drive. So I think I'll mostly still do slow racing. And man, I really want to try real life racing, but I mean, I did the Racing Prodigy tournament 3 times now, but I'm just not that good. It's like you have to qualify for the final, and then win the final among like 10,000 people. Like I qualified for the final like 3 out of 4 times, but it's like winning the final is just another level. It's like again, those normal esport drivers who normally drive the GT cars, they once they actually put time into these slow cars, they are still really fast.
Well,
and I can't beat them.
I got a question for you here. So, what would it take? Obviously, where are you located right now? Are you in Minnesota?
I'm somewhere upstate New York.
Oh, you're in New York, man. I thought you were in Minnesota. I knew you were somewhere north, but okay. So, like, how hard would it be? I don't know. Are there scholarships available for you to be able to go out and do some type of drive-in somewhere? Because I know they do offer scholarships and stuff to just be able to go out and drive and get your name out there if you wanted to.
Yeah, but that's a dilemma because I mean I'm already 23. I'm still in college.
You're so old.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, no joke. That's already old too for a racing career, and
true.
Also is. Because I've never been very academically good.
Right.
Like occasionally doing sim racing, and it already gives me a great struggle in the college. So it's my 6th year in this college already. It's a 4-year program. So it's not something really honorable to mention. but yeah, it's just. I mean, real life driving will take even more effort.
Yeah,
It's like you have to travel, you have to like go places. Sure. I just spent the entire week somewhere. I think.
It's hard to mix it with
school. To graduate from this this college program first. Let's say. Yeah. It has already been dragging too long.
What are you going to school for, Yuanxi?
I'm currently going to school for geology.
Okay.
All right. I originally came here I signed up to the mechanical engineering program because I always want to be a mechanic. It's like I kind of want to build my own car. That's kind of cool, but then I can't get through the science classes. It's like,
so you chose geology because you couldn't get through the science classes?
No, I wasted another 3 years in mechanical engineering. It's like I keep failing math classes. I'm borderline passing physics, stuff like that. I just can't figure it out.
Yeah.
But then it's like now those people with a degree of mechanical engineering, and then do they really know how to make setups? I don't think so.
True. It takes experience.
Yeah, but then like after 3 years, I think my parents keep telling me you just have to keep work hard and trying.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think it's going anywhere, and then I just sit down, look at what the school has to offer. Because with this low GPA, I don't think I can switch to any like other schools that's still reputable. And then I saw geology. I was like, all right. I mean, it requires less science classes. It's more just geology classes where professor just talks. It's like, all right, I guess that probably works a little bit better. And I think at least I'm seeing a light of graduation right now.
Good.
When Yuanxi,
spring?
No, I'm not graduating spring. Probably next year at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, no matter what you decide to do, take it from a guy that is about 10 years older than you at this point. Just do what you want to do, man. Just do what you want to do. It'll all work out. I promise you it will. But Stevie, Jim in the chat is blowing us up about some questions to ask Yuanxi, so we should probably get to those.
Yeah, I'll get to a couple of those, and then we'll have to thank Yuanxi and cover a couple of other things before we close for the night. But
he really wants to know how we rate Summit Point.
Yeah, I read this question at the very beginning of the show, actually. It's a tough call because I have not been to many racetracks. It's like I have been posting a lot of pictures of me parking my car in front of the gate of many circuits that I just like pass by. But then I just pass by, I just take a picture of my car and the gate, and that's it. I didn't go in there. So the tracks I've actually been to, let's see, Waterford Hills. That's when I lived in Michigan. It's a small club sport track.
Yep.
Been to some like 2 other. I don't know how many Michiganders are here. I guess Trenton might know Gingerman and Groton. I've been to those 2.
Yep.
I've heard Trent talk about those.
Yeah. Then I've been to Sebring.
Oh,
and that's one of the bigger venues.
Yeah.
And I've been to Summit Point. That's what I actually got into. Then some track day tracks. It's like, but then track day tracks, do they really count? Because didn't go there on race weekend. It's like there's nothing going on there except people driving around. That's.
So I heard you met somebody at Summit Point, though.
Yeah, I did met somebody. I met Greg Ginsberg. Met Morgan Burkhardt. Met
Brad
I met Brad Gold. Yeah, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't showed up in a while. I almost forgot about him. My apologies.
Yeah. Jim was like specifically about Summit Point. You met Brad there, so
yeah. I met so many people that I know online. It's like, wow, they actually exist.
Yeah. we do exist. I promise you, we exist.
Yeah, we do have a good community. we have met several. So
yeah.
All right, Mr. Yuanxi. Again, thanks so much for taking time out to join us tonight.
Yep.
And we'll keep you around for a couple of minutes.
There's question yet. I know there's 1 more minute, but
we got plenty of time.
Yep.
We got Summit Point is all right. It's all right compared to Sebring. It's like Because Summit Point, you actually have some good places that you can see what's going on the track.
Mm-hmm.
But Sebring is completely flat. It's like,
yeah.
unless you are standing on top of an RV, you can't see anything.
And that's what most people do at Sebring.
Yeah.
That
So-
or bleachers.
So I rate Summit Point better than Sebring. There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
I'd agree with that.
Oh yeah, I met Andrew too. Andrew, Mr. Andrew Love, yes.
Yeah.
And Deacon Greenfield, yes.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
The kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've met. Yeah, Stevie just said the kids. There you go.
The
That he
kids,
just
yeah.
lumped you into the kids category.
and Deacon and Morgan and shoot, there's another one. There's a few of them that are running.
Yep.
Jameson?
All right, Jameson Hoffman. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I met him too though that time. Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, like I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's been a while since we were on, and there has been a lot of changes going on. There's stuff going on in our lives, and I think Adam wanted to kind of go through that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I want to do is we didn't have a New Year's episode, and I do this every year with all the people that are around. So Yuanxi, you're the lucky guy in here.
Yeah.
But I like to kind of send it around. Obviously, 2024 was a lot for all of us, but tell me what you were thankful for in 2024, Yuanxi.
Oh man, that's
Oh yeah, I dropped that one on you.
yeah, that's a very thoughtful question. I mean, first of all, I would like to thank the group, thank the Raycing Line that send me the clearance in 2024. Like it happened last year. All right. I mean, thanks for the slow motion broadcasting, doing all the broadcasting. Stevie organizing the races, and also Jason playing a big part in the administrative stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's like, no, you just thank people for hosting races, I guess.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Yuanxi. You done?
Yeah, I think I'm done. I don't really have. I don't really have a lot of people to thank on top of my head at the moment.
We'll come back to you. What about you, Jason? What were you thankful for in 2024, man?
Man, I just I've been involved in the community for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years at this point. But the past in 2024, I feel like it expanded a lot. And just I guess my involvement in the community, taking on a little more, helping with the league, actually running it and stuff, helping out Stevie, and obviously doing this podcast as well. So it's been, yeah, it is expanded a lot. So, and it's been incredible to get to know pretty much everybody, especially in the SRF and the Formula V communities has been incredible. So I'm really thankful to be able to to race, to talk, to get to know everybody in the community. So it's been, yeah, it was an incredible year from that aspect to get to know everybody.
Stevie?
Wow. Yeah, it has been quite a year. First, obviously, I gotta be thankful for my wife for putting up with all this, and my work, and I'm seeing the end of it coming up. The end of the tunnel. Finally, yeah. It's the retirement thing is just around the corner. I really have to say I'm thankful, and I try to say it and show it as much as I can. But for the whole community, the Weekend Warriors, the racing, the Ray Club Racing League, SMB, this thing, this Racing Line popped up when we start, like in August, I think, somewhere around there.
Yep.
And I had been thinking about our community and how it is more than just a league or a group of leagues, that it really is a community. And this idea popped up of a podcast of sharing and talking like this after I watched your podcast, Adam.
Yeah.
Gave me the kind of the idea. Then it started boiling around, and I thought, okay, I kind of dreamed up this format and threw it across you guys, and really thankful you guys jumped on it and joined in. I couldn't do it without you. And then to finish the year, well, we get to September, and I get to take a trip out to Reno and meet Adam in person.
Yep.
So that was a great weekend there, one that I will remember. And not too long after that, the end of the year to close it out was something that went on with SMB, and I'll let Adam talk about that a little bit more.
Well, before I talk about that, Stevie, what were your thoughts when you were sitting in an airport in California? What were your thoughts, Stevie?
I had to fly from Dallas all the way out to Orange County in LA and had like a 2.5 hour layover or something like that. And I'm sitting at the bar having a beer and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? I'm going and imposing on this guy that doesn't know me and going to put me up in his house for a weekend. What am I doing? But
it all worked out.
I couldn't have felt more welcome and all that. You and your lovely wife, Sarah, was very gracious and really appreciated visiting with you guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, up to me. I guess the first thing we're going to get out of the way, Michelle, I hope you're listening. Stevie, I know you're here. So Sarah went in today. Most of the people that listen to this know what's been going on with the baby. So the baby's doing much better than what we thought. We got a third opinion. So the baby is within normal range of growing. There are no holes in her heart either. The premature birth thing is always going to be, we're kind of a little worried about, but it sounds like this doctor said there's absolutely nothing to worry about. So over the past 2 months, we've been worried about all of that stuff. So I guess I would say
you have been in our thoughts and prayers
That's incredible news.
Yeah. So with that being said, I guess I could say what I'm thankful for is that first of all, a third opinions, by the way, guys, in case you guys ever go through any problems, make sure to get as many opinions as you can before you start jumping to conclusions like we did. So yes, very, very thankful for that.
You didn't jump to conclusions. You were dealing with the information that you were given at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all you can do.
Yep. So that's the first
more
thing.
Information. Yeah.
Exactly. So the first thing is things are good here in the front in Reno. So we're holding it down up here. So don't worry about us.
Happy.
We'll let you guys know what's going on. But the second thing that I'm extremely thankful for is, like you mentioned, Stevie, my wife, for letting me do this. She's cooking dinner right now while I'm sitting in here and talking to you guys online. Someone in New York. I think there's a guy from Italy watching. It's crazy. So
it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an international world. It really is.
Extremely thankful for the community that I've found because of slow motion broadcasting and because you decided to make that switch, Stevie. I would have never have met. I'm going to miss people. Jason Green, Jason Grider, Michelle Lin, Guido, you, Stevie, Russell Telker, all of these people that I talk to on a daily basis that just make me feel like I'm at home while I'm sitting in my home, if that makes sense. So you guys have no idea how much you have helped me throughout this whole process and giving me a release to go do what I want to do, even if you got mad at me last week, Jason. It doesn't matter. We're still friends. So, there are things that you can't really quantify, and this is one of them. My thanks to you guys, all of you guys, Jim, Josh in the chat, which I'm going to get to in just 1 second. Massive shout. You don't understand. There's no way I can get you guys to understand how much you have helped me through this, even if you guys don't think you have. So thank you so much for all that you have done. Third thing, slow motion broadcasting. I am very, very thankful for that company that I started in 2020 with Rob Schwankler, Randall McGrew, Ashley Molyneux, who's no longer part of it. Ashley, I hope you're doing okay. But all of these people that I started it, things kind of fell away. Tim Cox, big shout out to Tim Cox. He flew out here and stayed with me for 2 weeks. Just a great person overall.
Yeah,
and
Tim is awesome.
Yeah, it's just amazing human being, even though he's British, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, with all of the changes in slow motion broadcasting, it's kind of an ebbing and flowing thing. As you guys know, about 6 months ago, I was trying to get away from it. SMB, I got away from it for a while. SMB was not going in the direction that I don't think anybody wanted it to go. Even if you guys didn't really voice your opinions, I saw what was happening. So we decided to make another change. Stevie and Joshua Wilkie have taken the reins there, and I am very thankful to you, Stevie, again, and Joshua in the chat, man. Just for me to be able to walk away from this now, I feel so much better, and that will happen within the next few months. I will be walking away from it, and I am so thankful that I can leave slow motion broadcasting to create a legacy. I think this will be a legacy that I'll be able to look back on 10 years from now and go, hell yeah, I started that. And look at the people that are doing it now. Like that was really my main goal of all this, to be proud of something. So yes, thank you guys for everything that you're doing. That's it for me.
Couldn't do it without you.
So. I have to say good luck on your family.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna need it, man. First time being a dad, so I'm screwed. I wasn't gonna say the other word. I almost did.
Don't worry.
Screwed.
Don't worry. It'll be fine.
And you're gonna be a girl dad on top of it. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, well, you may be walking away from SMB, but you're not walking away from us. So.
Oh hell no, never, Stevie.
We're always here for you, Adam.
Yep, you guys are like a parasite. Just never want to leave, do you?
Exactly.
I did hear you mention at one time that you will still be here.
Oh, I will be. I did. The Raycing Line. I ain't getting rid. You're gonna have to pry me away from this thing, Stevie. I have way too much fun meeting people like Yuanxi on this podcast. No way.
That's good here.
You're never getting rid of me.
Yeah, we got some more interesting guests scheduled and coming down the line. So stay tuned for some news on that as soon as I get some confirmations. But I guess we'll call it a night. Yuanxi, once again, thanks for coming in.
The pleasure's on this side of the table. Thank you for having me.
Let's go, Yuanxi.
Yeah. JG, thanks again. All your time put in for those highlights and reviews. Appreciate it, bud. Adam, my man, couldn't do it without you. Appreciate you.
Literally.
So with that, I guess we will call the night, and we will see you next Tuesday on the Raycing Line. Take care, guys.
Bye.
See you next week.